Good morning, good afternoon to all our participants. Namaste. Let's quickly start. So before we start, the session, what we thought of, is very much relevant. A quick question to all of you. Like every day, you manage around 40 to 60 students, their syllabuses, their deadlines, their managing their scores, collecting their papers. I'm sure more of these works plus the lesson planning you are doing. How about if I say, if AI could help you to save time, make lessons plan more exciting? That's what is our goal for today's workshop. So first and first, what we are trying to do, we want to just run a quick assessment as a poll that how familiar you are with AI. So Dr. Vishali, can you just help me to run the first poll? Please answer these questions as a poll and let me gauge that how much familiar you are with the AI tool. Yeah, let's do it. Let's understand. So what I'm seeing in my screen is people are saying I'm using AI regularly, which is going 38%. It's changing a little fast. Then I know very little about AI, which is 28%. Very interesting. This is my first learning about AI is 19%. So I see, continuously this graph is changing. Lovely to see such audience, those who are well aware of AI. So finally, we got our results. So there are two types of participants, those who regularly use AI and those who regularly, they are aware of what AI is doing. There are a couple of participants who are first time for AI and some of the participants who have heard about it. So I'll try to moderate this 1 hour, which will help all the participants to understand where we are going as a AI industry and how AI can help us to better utilize in our current day-to-day life. Ma'am, can we just go to the second? So now, quick question. Please raise the emoji, raise your hand. I'm sure you all can see me and hear me properly. So please raise your hand if you think that, all your lessons plan and your papers which needs to be created can be done faster in the in the time when there are vacations or there are any celebrations. So that's the time we want to relax more and quickly complete our activities which is pending. So please raise your hand and let me know how many of you thinks yes, we require more certain tools which can help us to create better lessons plan, interactive lessons plan, and at a shorter duration, as quick as possible. Great, lovely. I can see a lot of our participants are raising hands. Lovely. So let's think about a situation. We all know AI is a smart assistant. It learns and adapts. Today, we will be using certain free tools. Let me tell you, we are gonna suggest you some free tools which you can use in your classroom or in your personal laptops to help you in resolving your classroom challenges. How about it? Just give me a thumbs up if you feel, this topic interests you. Just give me thumbs up. So by the way, if you have any questions, we have kept you muted. If you have any questions, please write the chat box. What we are trying to do, because the time is very short, we have just 45 minutes left. We will answer all the queries in the end. So, Vaishali ma'am, can I request you to take the screen back? So I'll share my screen. Please thumbs up when you see my screen visible. So the next screen which you will see will be my desktop. Hope my screen is visible to all of you. Is my screen visible to all of you guys?
It's not visible.
Oh,
Earlier it was.
Earlier it was? Just allow me a moment. I'm just sharing it back. Is it visible? So what you see in my screen is a GPT. Is this visible to all of you? Just say thumbs up. Okay, great. So I'm painting some picture in front of you. Just think about it and let me know. Let's picture a class 8 math test. We need to generate 50 answer sheets or 50 questions. How about using a Google form or any other form which can conduct a MCQ of these 15 questions quickly for you? So let's begin the session about it. So just keep this thought in your mind. We will execute this one by one. So now let's first thing first. I'm sure most of you are aware of GPT. If you are not aware, you can type on Chat GPT on your browser. This is the URL. If you are missing this URL, don't worry. In the WhatsApp group, we will send you this URL post the sessions. Whichever tools and URLs I'm going to use, you will get this information as a document in the WhatsApp channel which we have created. Don't worry about that. You don't need to take an exact note, but you just need to listen what I'm doing and how I am executing it. If you want to take a note, if you want to exercise it next to that, you can very well do it. So let's take a scenario. Let's plan CBSE class 6 history. Okay. So what I'm gonna use in this session is basically using a GPT, either a Chat GPT or I will use Grok. All the tools which I'm gonna use is completely free, which you can definitely log in and utilize. Now think about, I need to teach a class 6 history students about Indus Valley civilization. What I should do? I just need to go to my GPT or Grok, which are all GPTs. I just need to tell it that, can you suggest an activity on Indus Valley civilization? Okay, so this is my GPT. I go and type the same, that suggest an activity on Indus Valley civilization. Let's see what it does. So it says, okay, hey, great. Let's create those activities for you. So immediately activity is being created. It says activity Indus Valley civilization, building your own Harpin city or Harpin city. There is an object written. There is a material which is required. There is an instruction which is given. And how to do that, what are the timelines, everything in front of me. So you see how simple it is to create a certain set of activities. So apart from this, I'm just using one more GPT, which is Grok, which is again free, and typing the same question and see how both the tools are actually helping me. Now you can see both of the tools are helping me to design what type of a program I want to develop. Now think about, okay, I have created a very good, beautiful program on Indus Valley civilization, which I want to execute in my class. Now I require, apart from this, I require some creative, like some photographs which needs to be created, some attractive posters which needs to be created. What should I do? So there is a very interesting, my favorite tool, which is Canva available. So Canva is also AI driven. So I instruct Canva, can you build an image specifically for Indus Valley civilization? Now, I just written Indus Valley civilization because this is an image creator, and it will try to create certain set of images. Now see, a wonderful Indus Valley civilization image is being created. So I can pick this, download this image, use it in my content, and run the particular program in my class. So as fast as possible. Now, this is a quick example I'm giving. Now, this is a lesson idea which we are talking about. Now, think about how we do a language support. Now, in a language support, as English or a Hindi or any language support in a language, I use AI chat to help student to understand the basic sentence. So similarly, I can give students these GPTs like what I'm using, and help them to have a correct sentences and form their basic sentence. That's how we can use any AI tool like any other GPT for their language support. Similarly, like that, if I want to create a poll or a quiz, there are many tools available like Google Forms. My favorite is Microsoft Forms, where you can quickly create any quiz, any survey, any invitation quickly using the AI format. So by the way, why I'm showing all these tools? In our further exercise, we're going to use all these tools hands-on in a certain examples. So let's go back to the GPT where we started. Now, let's take some certain examples which we want to execute further. Now, first thing first, let's ask our GPT to create a MCQ of 10 questions in science. So let's see how it creates. We will give it some chapters, some topics. Let's see how fast it is to execute a MCQ for class 10 student. So let's say create 5-question MCQ quiz for class 10 CBSE science. What chapter we suggest? Let's talk about chemical reaction. Let's take this. And let's go to our GPT and I instruct my GPT, create 5 questions MCQs quiz for class 10 CBSE science. Chapter is chemical reaction. So I can remove chapter 1, or I'm just instructing to create 5 MCQs quickly. Let's see what it does. So now, as usual, GPT started creating those questions for me. And voila, all those 5 questions are immediately in front of us. And the right answers also available in front of us. Now, very interestingly, let's ask or modify some scenarios when we say, these questions. Let's say add or modify one question that please add a question. Add a sixth question about what gas is released when zinc reacts with HCI. Let's see what it does. Now, what it's doing is basically picking up the previous question automatically, and in the sixth question, it'll add the modified question which I have added or instructed right now. By the way, all the questions which you see is basically followed from NCERT syllabus. That's the power of GPT, because what we said is follow or create the question from the CBSE, using class 10th CBSE science. So we instructed the GPT to use the CBSE curriculum and create this question. So automatically these questions are created in front of us. So that's powerful it is when it comes to generate any questions, create any content, and run any type of MCQs quiz which you want to create. Now, don't you think this is a wonderful tool to immediately queue MCQs? Please give me a thumbs up so that I know I'm on the right track. So I'll move into my next set of things where you see how I further go and enhance my topic. Please quickly give me a thumbs up so that I understand you are listening my topic, understanding the topic, and you also understand the behavior of how MCQ quiz can be performed or can be created with any topic which we wanted to. So what if I have done is basically, instructing GPT to create certain set of content and asking as well as to modify the content. Now, further to this, I tweak it further and say, in my previous section, you have seen that I have asked GPT to, what gas is released when zinc is reacted, and given the options also. Now, I also instruct add seventh question. Why does curd taste sour? No option I have given. I'm not giving any option. Let's see what GPT does. So all the repeated question, I'm just waiting for the last one to appear. Now you see all the options is immediately created by GPT in front of us. So that fast AI tool is when when we query something, while we are conversing, GPT is actually understanding what type of a topic we are looking for. Based on that understanding, GPT is trying to respond us with the better, further modified queries, further modified answers. Now, very simply, if you ask me, you can use any further GPT. So there are multiple types of GPTs available. Chat GPT is much popular. Claude is one of them. Grok is upcoming. So there are multiple GPTs which is available. You can subscribe to these GPTs, click them, log in through your Google IDs or create your login and use as I'm using it. Now, what I did till now is just created some of the FAQs. Let me change the context a little bit. When I say context, let's change the topic. I'm still in my GPT, and for adaptive outcome, let's think about a topic and how our GPT responds to it. So I'm saying can GPT help me tweak the understanding of a student when we say check facts? So check facts like date in history. So, let's put that, give a comment like, let's see what it does. So what I'm instructing GPT is to check some historical dates and see what it does. Now, I can give any dates. Based on that, the GPT will respond me that, what date, what historical event happened. So now the information and the backend data is available so much that once we put a date, GPT is right there to answer, okay, in this specific date or in this specific year, what historical event also happened. So let's move into the next topic and try to see how other topics GPT can help. So I'm just changing. Why? Because I want to show you multiple different scenarios, how we can take a help of AI platforms like this and create multiple different topics. So let's write a prompt saying, can you give me some activities or class 7 geography of Indian rivers? So let's say list 3 activities of class 7 geography of Indian rivers. And I will pick one of them from the, okay, that's all. So list 3 activities of class 7 geography of Indian rivers. So now the 3 activities which will help to remember rivers for my students will be in front of us. Let's see one by one. So first activity is map making and river flow activity. Objective, help student identify the trace major rivers in India. Material needed, some outline maps, some color pencils, if possible, atlas. Activities is well defined. So distribute blank maps of India and ask students to make, 10 rivers, example, Yamuna, Ganga, all examples are given. Use different colors to represent rivers falling into the Bay of Bengal to each drawing into the Arabian Sea. Now, see how beautifully activity is created. Now, further, if you don't like, there are multiple set of activities which is planned. So all the classroom activities which you want to create is quickly available for us when it comes to, getting our lessons planning done. Now, further to this, let's go to civics and try to test GPT that how good this can or how helpful this can be. And I'm suggesting or asking GPT, can you suggest 3 activities of Indian Constitution? Okay. So Indian Constitution suggests 3 activities of Indian Constitution for class 9 civics. So the activity is getting created. Meanwhile, the activity is getting created. Let's go to some other AI tool and figure out, can I have a good poster about Indian Constitution? Okay, so I'm again, as I said earlier, let me delete this and create a new Indian Constitution image. Let's see how it works. So immediately the Canva is populating all the required image. But what I feel, okay, I made a small mistake because I don't want Indian Constitution. I was talking about group activity of students. So now I'll say group of students. So immediately some posters of creating Indian Constitution, a group activity of students is being populated. Parallelly, let's go back to the GPT and see what happened. So in the GPT, a mock constitution assembly debate is being created. Fundamental rights versus fundamental duties chart is being created. So there are multiple set of activities which is getting created. Now I can any point of a time, okay, can I, apart from this, can I have, can you create 5 MCQs for above activity? Now, what ChatGPT is going to do is immediately look into all the activities which is created and populating all the relevant MCQs which is required. Based on our Indian Constitution. Now, most important fact here is now I got all the content, everything. So I got a lessons plan at the top. I got an activity which is planned. I can run this activity. Now, how I run the MCQs quickly? So the answer to this is, let's use some of the tool which can help me to generate MCQs on Constitution of India. So I can either copy these questions to my Google form and generate, or else I can go to, Google form or Microsoft Forms and create a quiz. Now, Microsoft Form gives quite relevant options where I can quickly create all the questions. So I can copy paste all the questions which is created in the GPT here. Like, this is the question. I go here and create, let me pick up one of the template. Say, let's take this template and create a question. Done. So there is automatically a student information is given. So I got a section, I can paste questions, and I can put all the answers which is required. But that looks a little bit cumbersome. That then you will say, Sujit, end of the day, you are asking me to type all the questions and create a quiz for us. Manually I need to do. So what I say, don't do that. Microsoft Forms also gives a AI version. So what I do, I just go to my previous prompt. My prompt was to, create 5 MCQ for Indian Constitution. So I just wanted to, let's take the same example. I just want to create a 5 questions for Indian Constitution. So now this time, rather than creating questions here, I quickly go to Microsoft Forms, quizzes, draft, and I type my same question here. Okay, sorry. I'd say 10 MCQs question MCQs on Indian Constitution for class 9th and say generate. Let's see what it does. Here you go. Now this time, I don't need to manually create any questions. Now you see, based on class 9 CBSE syllabus, all the 10th question is populated in front of me. I can select, delete, modify, put my further comment. I can all do that. Now, just I say yes, keep it. All my questions and with explanation is being created. What I need to do is just say preview. That's all. So automatically, the whole quiz is being created in front of us, not even using any further, tool or techniques or any third-party tool where you need to go, write question, put the right answer. It's one in a single platform. So you create your course content, you create your lessons plan, come to Microsoft Forms, it's a AI-driven, put your thoughts, all the MCQs is being immediately created. Are you excited to see how fast I created a MCQ? Just give me a thumbs up if you feel that, yeah, this is quite relevant. Now, you might be thinking, rather than this, how come if we want to really generate our own quizzing app, I ask all my students to use the same app which I can generate quizzes. So nowadays, using AI functionality, it's very simple to generate any type of platforms or applications. So for this session, what I thought, I will use Claude. It's again one of a GPT. So if you have seen me, I'm using multiple GPT to show you results. So these are multiple different type of GPTs which is available in the market. So I'm putting the same question which I did in the form, which we generated our Indian Constitution for class 9. Just copy this and come back to GPT and say Indian Constitution for class 9, give me 10 MCQ. Quiz question. Now, this time our objective is a little bit different. So I wanted to create a quick web application where all my students can come and participate using our own platform. So let's see, all the questions, MCQs is being created. So now I'm saying, can you help me to build a web app for the above quiz? Now let's see what it does. Now, you might be thinking what my screen is doing right now. Now, the AI is basically writing a program to generate this quiz. And this can be, let it generate. Now, what it's doing in the backend, as I instructed, okay, create a quiz. Now I'm telling, okay, I've created a quiz. Using this quiz, can you help me to generate a program, an interface where I can use this question for my students? In no way time can you see the platform is created. I see this question in front of me, and also I can publish this information where all my students can use this platform to answer their questions. By the way, I just need to write a little bit more because the fonts are white, the background is white. So I need to tell make the background of in dark mode. That's all. Now, the best part is within no time, you got your own quizzing platform, which is available to execute quizzes. You don't need any infrastructure. AI is there. So apart from a lessons plan, so now you can have lesson plan, you can have quizzing platform, you can have help guides for student created like that. So I can ask, respond to this, it immediately tells me, okay, which is right, what is wrong. This app is created in front of you using AI platform. So this time we used Claude for this. So hope all of you like this approach, how quickly we can execute, we can plan our sessions, how fast it is it's going to deliver all the information to us, and how quickly we build the complete plan apart from our execution, even certain set of FAQs, even the set of stories which we want to create, like what type of a real-time examples we want to give, all available over the free tools which is available in front of us. So what I'm gonna do is basically send you all those links, all the tools which we have used, and the WhatsApp group which we have created, further link to that, so that you can utilize these platforms to create your lessons plan, the activities which you perform, like your designs, FAQs, different scenarios, different examples. We will send you all the guide which you can use it in the offline sessions. So now, quickly, what I want to do is to, after this quick sessions, I want to run one of a poll to see how much, ma'am, when can we run, Vaishali ma'am, can we run the fifth poll?
Yes.
So the quick poll to respond. After this session, how you like to explore AI tools in your classroom? Quickly, please respond. Okay, I'm seeing the results. Great. What I see is basically, I've stopped my screen sharing. What I see is basically everyone's around 89% of our participants are suggesting, yes, we can utilize these platforms in our classroom.